Step number one before doing any conquest map is always going to be to go into manage squad and make sure that each player in every single position and even players off the bench either have stat missions or PXP missions for you to work with, and then replace the players once you complete those missions, even if it means doing it within that same game. And then for pitchers, you always want to make sure that the pitchers that you want to work on are always the 4th or 5th best starting pitchers. That way the CPU uses their 4th or 5th best starting pitchers. And then when it comes to bullpen arms, if you need saves, obviously you need to be within 3 in order for the save to count. So what I would highly suggest is leaving at least 1 or 2 commons that you're going to throw in there in the final inning and allowing the CPU to basically hit inside the park home runs until they are within 3. And then when they are within 3, you bring in your closer. That way you can get the save each and every single time. The West Conquest map starts off pretty simple. You're going to go directly towards the Arizona Diamondbacks, and with 8 million fans, you will face them on all-star difficulty. The second most important thing with any conquest map is making sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, check out the description and more so you never miss out on another conquest guide. After capturing the Diamondbacks, you don't necessarily want to attack this 2 million territory because the simulating chance is medium. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to skip to steal fans. We're going to then skip to reinforce, and then once we are able to reinforce, we are going to go ahead and attack them, because with 9 million it should now give us a high chance. Now the higher the chance, obviously the less amount of fans you will most likely lose. Unfortunately there we still lose a good amount. With 3 million we got a high chance to beat this 1 million. I'm going to take the chance. The Houston Astros might attack this territory. They decide not to. Skip to steal fans, skip to reinforce. Once at reinforce with 5 million, I think this is enough to face them maybe on all-star difficulty, still on Hall of Fame. And because I'm doing every game on all-star difficulty for you guys, we will go ahead and reinforce one more time. Another step I could have taken there is, because it was still on Hall of Fame, I could have went ahead and filled out some open territories while I was waiting. But instead, I'll just go ahead, knock them out on all-star right now. Step number 3, we're actually going to skip to steal fans here. And we're going to go after the Dodgers. So you're going to want to reinforce and then move the fans from this stronghold over to the 4 million territory. And then with 9 million, we should get to the Dodgers and we should be able to do these simulations. It's medium difficulty. So like I said last time, if you don't want to wait, just go ahead and take the open territories. Skip to steal fans. We're going to reinforce this 4 million right here, get it to 9 million, and then we're going to move the 9 million over to this new 1 million territory. And with 9 million, it's going to give us a high simulation. We perfectly beat them. And then we're going to face the 1 million territory as well. And hopefully this is going to give us an all-star game. And it does just that. After capturing the Dodgers, we're going to skip the steal fans phase, and then we are going to reinforce the Dodgers stronghold. Once we reinforce the Dodgers stronghold, we are then going to move these fans as close as possible to the next stronghold we can attack, which would be the Oakland Athletics. With 12 million, we should be able to take this 2 million and then get attacked maybe from the 3, which we will. It'll drop us down to 8 million, and 8 million should still be good enough to face them on All-Star. We're actually going to the San Diego Padres next. I was thinking about the Rangers, but the San Diego Padres are actually a lot closer to us. We could even think about attacking the Angels since they went ahead on the offensive and lost a ton of fans. We're going to reinforce this territory. We're going to skip to attack, and the reason why I didn't attack with the remaining fans I had is because this makes it a whole lot easier for us to get over there in one step and not lose as many fans. Now, us attacking this 1 million is going to force the 3 million to attack us just to protect the stronghold, and we managed to stay with enough to face them on All-Star. Our following step, we're going to skip to steal fans. We're going, whoa, I did not look at that correctly, but it seems like the Padres actually interrupted our path. Now, we don't need to get our path back, so I don't want you to be mistaken and say to yourself, should we connect it again? Absolutely not. Now they made our decision a little bit easier for us. I was going to go after the Rangers at first, but because the Padres wanted to mess with us, we're instead going to go after the Giants. Now, it's going to be the same amount of territories, so it's not going to be anything new necessarily either. They were both 4 territories away. Now, before attacking this 2 million, I would want to skip to steal fans, and I would want to skip to reinforce, because they have 4 million on each side. So what we don't want to happen is for us to attack the 4 million and then let's say, for example, or excuse me, the 2 million there, and then the 4 million beat us, and then take all of those old territories back. As you can see, the 4 million did end up attacking us, and we most likely are going to have to take care of this 3 million and 4 million before we even decide to go anywhere else. We got the game on All-Star. So this right here is probably the scariest thing we do in Conquest, right? We have a 3 million territory and a 4 million territory. We want to attack the 3 million territory first because that gives us a higher simulation chance. Now with 7 million, the 4 million is going to be a little bit more reluctant to attack us, which is perfect because it allows us to reinforce. We're going to get 17 million. And yes, we are going to be going after the Texas Rangers, but the Texas Rangers are a little scary as well because if you look closely, they have a 6 million territory and they also have a 5 million territory. So if you were to go after that 6 million territory, you most likely would have to deal with the 5 million as well. So here, I would rather skip to steal fans face, skip to reinforce, get to 18 million, and the goal is going to be to attack the Rangers, beat the Rangers, and the 17 is most likely, or the 7, excuse me, is more than likely to attack, which they did. And we just basically cut off the big head from the stronghold, face them on All-Star, and hopefully capture it as well. Once the Rangers have been captured, unless there is a 3 million territory or higher next to any of your path, you don't have to worry about your path being taken. Our next step is going to be reinforcing, and pay attention to what we're going to do here. We're going to reinforce the previous Texas Rangers stronghold, and then we're going to move all of these fans over to the Padres old stronghold. There, with 22 million fans, we're going to go after the Seattle Mariners. Now, the reason why I did this instead of going up through the San Francisco Giants path is because there's a big 8 million territory over there waiting for us to attack in order to attack us, and it will probably take us a little bit longer for us to get there. Now, with a 10 million territory, we do not want to go ahead and continue moving towards the Seattle Mariners and leave a 1 million territory for the 6 million to eat. Instead, we would rather reinforce here, get to 22 million. That way, if the 6 million attacks now, we can easily get it back, and it's going to allow us to capture the Seattle Mariners stronghold on veteran, and then work our way back to either getting that path back or going after the Rockies. Our next step is going to be to go after the 7 million, 8 million, and well, I plan on only getting up to, realistically speaking, the 7 million. And we're going to get attacked a couple of times, and that's going to be fine, because it's basically going to allow us to defend the path back to us without having to stress too much. With 7 million fans, I don't want to attack this 2 million. It is just not worth it, because then the 8 million can attack us. So instead, we're going to skip to steal fans, and this is going to hurt because it allows them to reinforce their territories a little bit as well. Ideally, I could have instead went with the route of reinforcing down here and then moving and attacking the Rockies through the left-hand side. But the problem with doing that is these reinforcements would eventually get strong enough to start attacking us if we didn't cut that off very soon. So I'd rather just take this path, and if I have to reinforce once more, I will reinforce once more, no problem. For example, 7 versus 12, I'd rather not do that. So we're going to skip to steal fans, we're going to skip to reinforce, we're going to reinforce all the way up to 21. And with 21, we should be able to at least get to the stronghold without a problem. And the better the simulations go, the better it is for us. Okay, 7 million, the 3 million attacked us. Now we're blocking their stronghold. We get a game on Hall of Fame, which we do not want to play, of course. So we reinforce just one more time. Now with 19 million fans, we should be playing a game on Veteran or All-Star. I'm actually going to skip one more time to get the game on Veteran difficulty. Since we're playing at Coors Field, it's going to be better for any PXP grind you're currently working on. So with 33 mil, going to be able to face them on Veteran. Last thing we're going to do now is we're going to skip to steal fans face, we're going to skip to reinforce, And you don't have to do much, just reinforce all the territories over here and then go right after the Los Angeles Angels. The only thing that I would suggest that could help you out a bit here is to make sure that the path that you take allows you to capture more territories. So what does that mean exactly? It means that instead of me going down this way and then capturing the Angel stronghold, I go in a manner that allows me to not only capture the stronghold but also come back and capture more territories along the way, and could possibly allow me to capture even this entire path if the simulations go my way, of course. With 37 million, we're gonna get there maybe at 30 million, maybe the 6 million attacks us, you never know. And we're gonna be able to face them on veteran difficulty, and that will be all to capturing the strongholds and the territories as well. If you guys did end up enjoying today's content, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and check out the description for more. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.